It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Powell with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Yellow Jackets will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving.
There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want to run it left here. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field, and just run to set yourself up now and first and goal. They are feeling it.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Offense changing the play. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Leaves it with the back. Oh, better look out. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. He got a step and just dusted the field.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw...
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He might want another play. Try to get it to the edge. Turns it on in midfield. It's a seam wide open. He's slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think just...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Benjamin. Got his man downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Rides the back and leaves it. Turning it on. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Good, solid tackle. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Canes will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Shakes off the defender. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Creates a little space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Whew, that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Offensively, nice play call going with the toss to get that running back to the outside. I'm telling you, if he makes that guy miss, that might have been 6.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the running game. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
With the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
And the defense stopped him again on 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to bully their way in. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Backs looking for the goal line. Looking for room, and he's not going to get there. The defense comes up with a huge stop. And the Yellow Jackets are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. gets it out quickly. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. To the air, it's Benjamin. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's off. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking to throw. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta.
And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in...
There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Makes the grab on the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the tailback. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After losing yardage on those last 2 runs, you know they've got to throw it here on 3rd and 15. Looking to throw, it's Benjamin. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by just 1 over Auburn. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this guy.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. The lone back's got it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Benjamin. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it, they're on the move. Touchdown, Canes! The defense putting points on the board.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Woodside. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Give to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Punt is on its way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give is to Williams. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Benjamin. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying the left side. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting? Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride. So, turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Give to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He'll try the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Running to the left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's the give off the left side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Miami! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it out. It's Moffitt. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. It's Phillips. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the defense brings the blitz. They're trying to affect the timing of the quarterback. He was able to escape, get outside of the pocket, but just not able to connect with his target.
He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open,
and the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man on the right. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle.
Looking for the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a...
There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the corner. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.